Hi, hello, welcome to the All Sorts of News podcast, the probably number 4 podcast in the world. We're trying. I'm Rory.
I'm Liam.
We are two boys. We wanted to do a podcast for a long time, and now we're doing it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. In this podcast, we'll be talking about all sorts of news. That's why it's called the All Sorts of News podcast, dummy.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about Elon Musk, Rugrats, the Uncharted movie, Crackdown 3, and Stranger Things. It's going to be a great time. What do you think, Liam?
I think we should just review Justice League instead.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I think it's a perfectly fun and enjoyable movie.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Now, let's just jump into it.
No.
We're gonna have to have a segment where we just like suck off the filter.
Yeah. Honestly.
The man, the myth, the legend. Okay. What story should we start with?
I guess just jump into Elon Musk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, this is from the BBC. I actually don't know who wrote this, but whatever. A British cave diver who helped rescue 12 Thai boys from deep within a cave has said he is considering suing tech entrepreneur Elon Musk. In now deleted tweets, Mr. Musk had called Vern Unsworth a pedo guy. That's a quote. After the cave expert ridiculed a mini submarine built by Mr. Musk for the rescue effort, which he called a PR stunt. Mr. Unsworth told reporters on Monday that he was considering legal action. It's not finished, he told Australia. He's like a British guy.
He was British, yeah.
He told Australia Network Channel 7. I think he also said something about... You watched PDS, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
Like, he was like... He could stick his submarine where it hurts. Some shit like that. Thailand-based Mr. Unsworth's knowledge of the cave complex is said to have played a key role in the rescue effort. He traveled into the caves in the first days after the boys went missing and helped bring in top international cave rescue experts for the mission. I don't know. Like he says the mini sub built by Mr. Musk's team, which they flew to. Team, I said theme, whatever. Yeah. Never mind. The submarine they brought the submarine to Thailand.
Yeah.
And he said it had absolutely no chance of working. I think in the video he said something about like there was things that you had to bend around the cave.
Yeah.
And since the submarine was like
just
a big hunk of metal, it couldn't turn.
He built it in like 3 days. There's no way it was gonna work.
Yeah, I know. But whatever. We'll get into that. Elon Musk, who regularly takes on journalists and other critics on Twitter, on Sunday he tweeted a response to Mr. Unsworth without using his name but calling him a British expat guy who lives in Thailand. He said he would make a video showing the mini-sub, making it deep into the caves, no problemo. That's a direct quote.
Yeah.
Adding, quote, "Sorry, pedo guy, you really did ask for it." End quote. You really did. Sorry, pedo guy. Oh, here's some screenshots of his tweets. At Elon Musk, water level was actually very low and still not flowing. You could literally have swum to Cave 5 with no gear, which is obvious how the kids got in. Obviously. He said OBV. If not true, then I challenge this dude to show final rescue video. Huge credit to Pump and Generator team, unsung heroes here. You know what? Don't bother showing the video. We will make one of the mini sub/pod going all the way to Cave 5, no problemo. Sorry, pedo guy, you really did this for it? So bad. Then some guy called Kevin Beaumont quote tweeted him, "Oh, sorry, he's calling the guy who found the children a pedo. Real classy, at Elon Musk." And then,
I haven't seen this one.
And then Elon replied, "Betcha, a signed dollar, it's true." So he's doubling down. He's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's definitely a pedophile."
And now he's pursuing legal action. Yeah,
Mr. Uns. He later deleted the tweets which were sent to his more than 22 million Twitter followers. Fair play. And is yet to publicly respond to the outcry. Yes, Mr. Unsworth said when asked if he would consider legal action. Holy shit. This is so bad. Like, first of all, I guess the idea is that in Thailand you can kind of get away with that pedophilic stuff because it's some gross like prostitution
There's some
thing.
weird stuff there, yeah. I think the age consent
for Elon to go at this guy, directly call him a pedophile, double down after this whole like event, which people are already criticizing him.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a PR stunt? What he's doing?
Yeah. I'd say it's probably mostly for PR.
I don't think it's 100% for PR.
Yeah, I'd say there's some good intentions
but
there.
I feel like he's really gone deep into like Look at me. Look at my cool
Yeah.
sub.
Look how much money I have.
Dude, the stock probably went up so fucking high during that stuff.
Yeah, probably. But now it's dropped by like 4%.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just weird that
Bizarre. We live in this world.
it's just so bizarre. Like I actually like Elon Musk. I think
He's
he's a
great.
good guy. Like he's so fucking smart. He's doing so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then he kind of ruins it a little bit by going,
You're a pedophile.
"You're a pedophile." I bet you fucking. He's like, "I'll bet you $1."
So
Well,
funny.
I don't know. Hopefully, I feel bad for the cave diver guy as well. That guy, he's just being called a
He's
pedophile
just,
now.
Yeah, by like the richest man on the planet.
And then, so he's probably gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Elon will, I guess, maybe pay him off.
He might just settle. Yeah.
He might just settle. Anyway, that's fun.
That's very fun.
Next news story. What do you want to go? What do you want to go to next?
Rugrats.
Rugrats. This is from Variety by Ellis Clopton. Nice name. Rugrats relaunch set with Nickelodeon series Paramount movie. Oh. Nickelodeon Paramount Pictures announced today a relaunch for the kids' entertainment franchise Rugrats. New animated series revival featuring... I think it printed weird. This is a new animated series revival featuring the characters from the 90s cartoon, and it's received a 26-episode order from Nickelodeon and Paramount Players. The new film division launched to develop projects based on properties from Viacom cable channels, whatever. They've given the green light to a live-action film featuring CGI characters.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean like real parents, CGI,
CGI
babies?
babies. It's like Alvin and the Chipmunks, but instead
Yeah.
Chipmunks is babies.
What fucking babies?
Both the TV series and the movie will include new adventures with beloved characters Tommy, Chuckle, Phil, Lil, Susie, and Angelica. And will
Did they
also...
just say Angelica was a beloved character?
Was she not?
No.
I
She's
just...
the worst.
I mean, yeah, but she's a good character. Like, she's a good big part of the show.
I guess.
They will also introduce a new world of characters. Christ, I don't want to... No, we don't need new characters.
Oh.
The show's original creators, Arlene Klasky, Gabor Chupo. Like, you ever at the end of like one of those cartoons, you would go like Klasky, Chupo.
Oh yeah.
Those two people.
Those guys.
And their animation's like awful.
Yeah.
Known for being bad. And Paul Germain will return to the TV series as executive producers. It'll be produced in Burbank, California, with production already underway. Additional news of the TV series, air date, and casting will be announced in the coming months. And there's just some crap. Like, the Rugrats movie will be written by David Goodman and is set to release on November 13th, 2020. Jesus. Well, what do you think of this, Liam? You excited?
No.
What about the TV show?
If they do it right.
Because I actually love
Because I loved
Rugrats.
it as a kid. I haven't seen it since though.
I watched it, I actually watched it fairly recently, a couple
Yeah.
years ago. It's great. Like, it's
It
fun.
is actually a charming little kids show.
I spent a summer on a rowing machine, and I just watched all of Rugrats. And I
Does
got,
that,
I
does
got
that include all grown up?
my arms got fucking huge. No, not all grown up. I
No.
don't actually. I don't know.
Is that going to be removed from canon now?
all grown up?
Can we just assume it's gone from canon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
No, no one
Just-
liked it. It was terrible.
It lasted a while though,
It lasted a good while.
which is weird. Rugrats joins the recently announced return of Blue's Clues as the latest classic. I didn't know
Yeah, no.
that. Is bringing back an original series Nickelodeon is bringing back for today's generation. For kids and families.
Oh, it is doing that a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this. Nickelodeon produced and aired an all new Hey Arnold special in 2017.
Oh,
That
it
was
did.
the movie that got cancelled, but then they just like made the movie.
Wasn't it garbage?
No, it was pretty good.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I think they were gonna make a Hey Arnold movie, then it got cancelled, but a lot of work was done, so they ended up just like uncancelling it and bringing it back.
Right.
It kind of went. It came and went though, kind of. And it has announced the return of two more beloved titles as forthcoming specials: Rocko's Modern Life and Invader Zim. I saw that.
Invader Zim? What?
Invader Zim's coming back, yeah,
Oh.
for a TV movie. Same with Rocko's Modern Life. Did you see that?
I've never even heard of that.
I think at last year's Comic-Con, like San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not? You don't know what Rocko's Modern Life is?
No, I don't even recognize the name.
It's a early 90s cartoon that came out around the time of Ren and Stimpy when that was like super popular.
Oh, that's sort
So
of.
more cartoons wanted to do that. And it has this like dog called Rocco. He's like Australian.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I think it had about 50 episodes, but it was kind of a cult cartoon. And it was known for having those adults for like kids and adults.
Oh, one of those.
So like
yeah.
there's one episode where Rocco was like a call worker, like the sex line worker. And he's like, he and it's Australian, he's like, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh. But then like on the other line was like the neighbor frog lady. who's like, Rocco, is that you? And then like some like dumb shit like that like kind of went over the heads of kids.
Yeah.
But it's getting this new movie where, because it made jokes about like 90s culture at the time, like even politicians and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like a time travel thing where they're in the future now, like modern day.
Modern day, yeah.
And they just like go out of their house and like, oh my god, we're in the 21st century. It looked fine. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's the Rugrats story.
That movie is gonna be garbage. What's they mean by live action with CGI? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, we'll find out more later, I guess. They get a nice trailer in a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever. Alright, next story. This comes from Kotaku by Jason Schreier, who's known for lots of things.
Good things?
Yeah, he's a well-known kind of games journalist.
Is he the guy that got them blacklisted from Bethesda?
Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft.
Maybe Bethesda too.
I think it is both of them.
Yeah, definitely Ubisoft. I remember I remember Kotaku for years didn't get Assassin's Creed games on launch. They weren't given review copies, so they reviewed them like a week late. It's great. Nathan Fillion made an Uncharted fan film, and it's excellent.
Yeah.
The official Uncharted movie may be stuck in development hell forever, but actor Nathan Fillion and his crew have made their own 15-minute cinematic tribute to the iconic action-adventure franchise. It is wonderful. That's what Jason says. This short fan film, which I sure do hope Sony doesn't try to take down, is just about everything you'd want from an Uncharted movie. Witty quips, fun twists, esoteric history references, and even a pivot to video game mode for a gunfight. You can check it out here. That's the YouTube link. Would you watch 2 hours of this? I would certainly watch 2 hours of this.
I don't trust them to make 2 hours of it.
Yeah.
Like...
So you watched it?
I watched it. I've never played Uncharted, but I watched it.
Fucking...
Yeah,
I played every Uncharted game, except for that one card game on Vita, which actually came out before... It was like a trading card game.
Yeah.
Or I get one of those... Because you know card games like super popular, right? Like Hearthstone and stuff?
Yeah, that's what
it predated like Hearthstone, which is really weird. I had played every other game, though. And I watched the short. It was amazing. Like, it actually was like, it matched everything you needed.
It was very nicely made from what I saw.
It was clearly a fan film. Like, it obviously didn't have a huge budget to it. Like, it was in like that one house.
Yeah, that was just cool, though.
It was cool. Nathan Fillion, he's like perfect for the role. So, have you heard of the other news about the Uncharted movie that's actually happening?
The Tom Holland one?
The Tom Holland one.
Is that actually happening? Is that still actually happening?
Production. Like, they're working on it. It's like pre-production. So, Tom Holland's going to be like a young Nathan Drake. It's really dumb. This is more like Nathan Fillion looks like Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4. So he's like, Nathan Fillion, he's 47.
Really?
Yeah. But recently he's lost a bunch of weight to do this short film. He's lost like 30 pounds and he's been working out. And I'd say if he just kept going, he could get really jacked. He can look real good for it. And they could make at least like a good trilogy.
Yeah.
I burped about this.
Maybe.
So it was good. Like, I really liked it. It was kind of like a bit weird. There's that one joke about this guy with the man bun, or like the 90s called "They Want Your Hair Back." Some fucking.
Oh yeah.
There's a really bad fake laugh. But other than that, that sequence near the end where it's like the action thing where he jumped out the window, which is a cool stunt in its own, and it just turned into a video game. It actually looked like a PS5 game, like some real next generation stuff.
It was just nice.
And then, like, the casting for Sully was pretty good. He doesn't really sound the part, but he acted it pretty well. And then I wasn't too sure about whatever the girlfriend character is, Emily. Yeah, you don't know. Doesn't matter. She was okay, but they could probably recast her. But like the actual person who played her in the Uncharted games, because she looks and sounds like you could, if you wanted to, you could put Nolan North in the role, but he's like he'd need a lot of like personal training.
He's a voice actor,
not. He's a voice actor, not. Although he has done a lot of live action stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
I don't think.
Hopefully, it ends up like Deadpool. You know, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds leaked. Like Well,
it wasn't him.
He wasn't him. Like, he definitely leaked it anyway. That went out. It was a CGI thing. It was a kind of smaller budget. They had this kind of idea to pitch a movie. Got rejected. He leaks it.
Yeah.
Or allegedly.
Everyone loved it.
Everyone loved it. Fox goes, okay. Fine.
Here's $75 million.
Big success.
Yeah.
Hopefully the same thing happens here. Because I would watch a full movie of that.
I don't know. I don't trust them
to make a full movie. Give it a bigger budget. It'll be good. I don't know.
We've been fucked over too many times with video game movies.
We really have, actually.
It's kind of sad. Tomb Raider was okay.
Tomb Raider was alright.
Yeah. Maybe that's the track.
I'd watch a second Tomb Raider.
I'd watch a second too. It was just fun. It was just alright. I'd be fine with them all being like that.
Yeah.
Because we're clearly not getting a good one anytime soon. So we might as well stick to alright ones and not go back to where we were with Assassin's Creed in November or whatever.
Have you seen Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
What was that like?
It is the most boring, dragged out piece of shit movie.
I should watch that. I don't know.
Don't.
Yeah? Alright. Let's move on to the next story. This is from IGN. You know what IGN stands for?
International. No. What is it?
When I was younger, I just like 10, I was like, oh, it stands for Internet Game News. I just thought that was what it was.
Is it?
No.
No.
It stands for the Imagine Games Network.
Oh.
So it's like some random name. If they called it
kind of weird.
Internet Game News, okay, that's way more sense. Microsoft is reportedly unwilling to delay Crackdown 3 any further. This comes from Nick Santanagello. I think that's how you pronounce it. Crackdown 3 is infamous for its repeated delays. I think it was meant to come out it was meant to come out when the Xbox One X came out. That was last November.
Yeah.
Last November. Then it got delayed until spring of this year.
Yeah.
Now it got delayed again. February 2019.
What did the Xbox One X's launch title end up being? It was that thing about
Super
the squirrel.
Lucky Sale.
Yeah.
Which was bad. I played it. It's not good. But its most recent one may be the last. A new report from Eurogamer claims anonymous sources have reported that this is the final time Microsoft is willing to delay it. Announced during E3 2014. Oh, here's a bit of background. It's good.
2014.
Yeah. Crackdown 3's first release window was 2016, but it was pushed back to November 2017 for a planned launch alongside the Xbox One X. But following lukewarm receptions at E3 and Gamescom 2017, Crackdown 3 was again delayed till 2018. But that wasn't to be either. Last month, Microsoft officially pushed the game back to February 22nd, 2019. Oh, that's the really busy release date.
Is it?
That's the one with Anthem, Days Gone.
Days Gone has a release date?
Yeah, February. And that was during the pre-show stuff during E3. Remember when that Tetris game got announced?
Oh,
that was
stuff,
like,
yeah.
I thought that was gonna be the Dreams release date. I was so disappointed. Yeah, that's a really busy day. I think one other big game's coming out then.
So 3 games no one cares about will fight.
I'm sorry. No one cares about?
Do you care about Anthem or Days Gone?
Days Gone I care about.
Really?
Yeah. Sony, they're always good. Sony exclusives. Eurogamer's, whatever. Eurogamer's new report attempts to sort through... Oh, maybe I should have gone to Eurogamer for the source. Never mind.
Yeah.
A new report attempts to sort through this rocky development cycle with the on-record interviews with Microsoft and the various studios developing Crackdown 3. Yeah, there's about 3 studios working on the game, which is bad.
What are they doing?
They had the original one, and a bunch of people got either laid off or moved over. And they have this newer team, Sumo Digital.
Yeah.
Sumo Digital, you'd know, they made like Little Big Planet 3,
oh, those
Sonic
guys.
and All-Stars Racing Transformed. They're making a new Sonic racing game. They just kind of do like contract stuff. And like another studio's helping them develop their multiplayer or something.
Yeah.
It's sort of bad. It's hard to move games. Executive Vice President of Gaming at Microsoft, Phil Spencer, told Eurogamer. There's no doubt about that. It's expensive. You have to make sure the team has the energy for it. So it takes time to go and have all the discussions. Make sure you're saying you've got clear ownership and leadership in place for the important issues. But we made the decision we were going to move the game because we want to give the time... But we made the decision we were going to move the game because we wanted to give it the time to be right. So that's fair enough, like kind of an honest statement, I guess. Phil Spencer's kind of he's a nice guy.
He's an honest guy.
Yeah. He's just desperate to make money.
Please.
He's like, please buy the Xbox, please God. They also wanted to launch Crackdown 3 right at the right time, meaning one as far away... They wanted to release it as far away from Red Dead Redemption 2 as possible. Spencer admitted as much, while also naming a number of other big holiday games, most of which are annual releases.
When's
he wanted
Red Dead
Crackdown
coming?
October. I mean, ooh, it's so exciting. He wanted Crackdown to avoid like big annual stuff. The bad news for Crackdown 3 is that the publishers behind a number of other high-profile games had the same idea. And Q1 2019 is now packed with Kingdom Hearts 3, the Resident Evil 2 remake, Anthem, The Division 2, and more. Throw Days Gone there, why don't you?
Yeah.
But nearly 5 years after its announcement, 5 years.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
E3 20...
14, and then it'd be 19, yeah.
That's almost 5 years, that's insane.
Not as
Crackdown
bad
3...
as Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk was announced...
2011?
No. After
What
that.
was it? Yeah.
That like CGI her with the robot lady with like spike arms or whatever.
Yeah.
Claw arms. That was like 20... That was either 2015 or 2016 because I know Witcher 3 came out in like May 2015.
I thought it was much older.
Yeah. Oh, the laptop went black. That's fine.
Yeah.
What am I missing here? But yeah, after 5 years, IGN has reached out to Microsoft for comment on its appetite or lack thereof for further Crackdown 3 delays, and will update this story should they issue a response.
I guess they didn't.
So basically, what's going to happen is Microsoft are saying, or as according to reports, they're just going to send this game out to die.
I think they're just saying, "Hey, we spent so much money on this. It's fine. We're not willing to spend more. Please
Making games is expensive, right?
Yeah.
So if it got delayed from November last year, that's what, 2 months in 2017.
Yeah.
A full year in 2018.
Yeah.
14. Dude, that's like at least 13 months extra development. You know how expensive that is?
It's a lot of money.
That's like tens of millions at least.
This better be the best game ever made.
So,
have you played either of the Crackdowns?
I have the first one.
Is it good?
It's
fine.
Okay, because it came out in like 2006 or 5.
Yeah.
No, 2000. When did Halo 3 come out? I think it was like 2006.
Yeah.
7. It came out the year before Halo 3.
So the fact that he admitted that he doesn't want to compete with Red Dead shows how much faith they have.
It's old.
Like,
and the game looks still bad. Like if
Crackdown 3.
Yeah, did you see the original? The original reveal was cool because it showed all this like crazy destruction.
Oh, it did, yeah.
And it was all about cloud-based software, or it would use the cloud for processing power.
Yeah.
So you could do all this like crazy next-gen quote-unquote stuff.
Yes.
But that you couldn't do on like local hardware. But they just messed it up. Like, but then apparently like they delayed the game. It wasn't being mentioned for ages.
No.
Then it turned out all that destruction stuff is mostly gone, and apparently only in a multiplayer mode. But then it's like, oh, is this multiplayer mode cancelled, or is it even? And then the game was finally kind of resurfaced in 2017 at E3. Looked like garbage. It looked like it looked like a 360 game. Didn't look fun. It's like, oh, I guess it'd be like okay, but it was kind of like just kind of like Saints Row or Agents of Mayhem, those kind of games.
Oh, wasn't that bad in the end?
Agents of Mayhem, yeah. That was not good.
That's disappointing.
That was disappointing. It looked just like it, though.
Yeah. And
everyone was like, ooh, Terry Crews, because Terry Crews is in the marketing.
He's in Crackdown.
But it then turned out he might not actually be in the game.
What?
Because he was in the marketing, and everyone thought, oh, because of that, he's in the game. So another reason why... So while they delayed it for 13 months, Christ, they put him in the game, and he was at last E3, he was like actually a playable character now. And like it looks marginally better this time when they showed it this year, but still.
But nothing like Xbox One X.
That game's
the most powerful console.
Although I do have Xbox Game Pass, so
you can just stream.
I'll just play it
or whatever that thing does.
You download every first party title.
Like Sea of Thieves, the best game ever.
I played that.
Bad. Yeah.
So boring.
I assume it's terrible.
All right, last news story. I think. Yeah, that's it. Stranger Things season 3 got teased on Twitter this week.
Yes, it did. It's coming out in summer.
The official Stranger Things Twitter account. I just this is from IGN from Jesse Wade, but I didn't print this one out, so I just took bullet points kind of. Teaser on Twitter. It's an 80s mall commercial in Hawkins, Indiana. So it's this kind of like old TV ad.
Yeah, it's
cool.
pretty neat.
It shows a Claire's, like an 80s with like old the Gap.
Yeah.
How cool that is. And the big thing at the end is that it shows Steve Harrington working in an ice cream shop.
Still looking good.
Still looking gorgeous.
Still got his hair going on.
I love. Remember that Domino's ad he did? That was
the Ferris Bueller one.
He did another one.
He's so charming. He did
a second one this year, where it's that scene where Ferris like opens his blinds and he's like, "Oh, how could I be stuck in here on a day like this?" And it's that, but he's like, "How could I be stuck in here when I eat Domino's pizza?" Or something like that. It was hilarious. It was like way small. Anyway. So Steve Harrington in the ice cream shop. I think he said like scoops up or some crap.
Yeah.
Or no, he says ahoy.
Ahoy.
And he's alongside a new character called Robin, who's played by Maya Hawke.
I bet she has powers.
Maybe. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's Steve Harrington's new girlfriend. And then like that gets
Nancy the Talk jealous.
Oh, how would you say that? Yeah, maybe that gets her jealous, and then there's some kind of weird stuff there.
And then the school shooter guy is all angry.
Don't call him that.
He does cocaine.
What's his name?
He was arrested for cocaine.
Was he?
He tried to bring cocaine into the country or something, yeah.
What are you talking about?
The guy who plays Will's brother.
You're insane, honestly.
Yeah, he was arrested for bringing cocaine into the country or
but
something.
the big thing...
That.
I don't remember that at all.
That happened.
What the hell are you on about?
No, like, look it up. Like.
Alright, looks like season 3 won't come until summer 2019 because at the end of the teaser, it's like this new big ass mall, I think it's called the Star Mall or something, coming next summer. That's the idea. It's like, oh, maybe it's going to come to summer 2019. So it's gonna take a while until the show comes out. But apparently, I think last month they started production, or in April they started production on it.
Yeah.
So the show's like in production now, currently filming.
Still filming? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. There's a note under this door. Let's go check. Can you spend time there? You waste some time. Do you like Stranger Things?
Yeah. Season 2 was. When I first saw it, I thought it was okay, and upon thinking on it, I'd probably call it bad.
Really? Season 2?
Okay, what bad, just fine. And season 1, upon thinking, I'd say it's overrated as fuck. You know, it's definitely not bad. It's definitely got all its charm, but there's some bad stuff in there.
That's weird. I actually like Stranger Things quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, if they do season 3 right, fine. If they kill Millie Bobby Brown, good.
Really?
She's the worst.
That's so mean.
She's such a terrible person. Yeah, she's 13, but she's terrible.
Be mean to
She's
her.
a little brat.
You should delete her Twitter.
Oh, she did, didn't she?
Yeah, because she was being bullied. You know that meme, actually?
Where people were saying she's like
She's
a homophobe.
Like homophobe or like racist, or she beats up people. That's happening to Ninja right now.
It is, yeah, I've
seen those, and they're just terrible memes. They're not good at all. I don't know. It's weird.
It's so dumb.
Liam, we're 26 minutes, 30 seconds into the podcast.
Wow.
Went way faster than I thought. Oh no. Okay, next time we're gonna have to do a longer episode.
Yeah. It's the first one.
First episode, get the kinks out.
It's objectively the worst one, regardless of what we do.
Alright, big topic time. We don't have any music, but big topic. I don't know. Liam, we saw The Incredibles 2
on
a
few days ago.
2 days ago?
Saturday?
2 days
A few days ago.
2 days ago. Did you like it?
It was okay.
You mother.
It was fine.
Well, personally, I thought it was excellent.
Mm.
I thought it was as good as the first one. Did you think it was as good as the first one?
God, no.
What do you think of the first one, actually?
I think the first one is probably the best
animated movie?
Pixar
movie?
Oh no, Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 beats
Okay, so second Pixar
it's probably the second best Pixar movie.
It's definitely my number one Pixar movie.
Under the Disney blanket, it's way lower because of stuff like Wreck-It Ralph and Tangled.
Really?
I love
Wreck-It Ralph.
Tangled.
Tangled, I can kind of see, but Wreck-It Ralph.
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Fair enough. You excited for the second one?
Yes.
He breaks the internet.
I have a feeling they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, they might. Well, I
fill it with memes.
Personally, Incredibles for myself, number one Pixar movie, and possibly number one animated movie. I just love that movie to death.
It is
so
great,
good.
But
Incredibles 2. I'll give you a little bit of background on this. Came out 14 years after the first movie. Took a 14-year,
which is ridiculous,
insane. But the movie starts directly after, or even in some cases, I think actually it starts during the first one, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
it did.
So that was weird. Incredibles 1 made $633 million in the box office worldwide. And that took, what? A couple months, right?
Yeah.
Incredibles 2's only been out for, I'd say about...
It's been out like a month.
In America, a month?
Yeah, and
really?
then here about less than a week.
Yeah. It's already made $858 million. It's easily going to crack $1 billion.
Probably,
easily.
Definitely, yeah.
That's international. The Rotten Tomatoes score for Incredibles 1 is 97%, which is very that's all. That's as much best you can get. Yeah. There's some movies that are like 100%, but whatever. User score of 75%. I think that's
which
a little
is very strange.
I think it's a little weird. It's probably because it's an older movie.
Yeah.
And people aren't going back to it. So for Incredibles 2, 94% of Rotten Tomatoes, 30% less.
Yeah.
It's still
that's a higher audience score.
Still an excellent thing. Higher audience score of 87%. Again, newer movie, so I think more people are
going to review.
Because the internet did exist. I'm sure Rotten Tomatoes existed in 2004. The website looks like it was from 2004. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I don't know. Have you seen Incredibles 1 recently?
Not too recently.
I watched it a little
maybe
bit
like
of it.
A year ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good,
actually. Recent-ish, I guess.
I looked back at it yesterday.
The
difference... Yeah, like last night. I didn't watch it. I just looked at some clips. The difference in animation quality alone.
Really?
They look like rubber chickens in the first movie.
Serious?
I'm not joking. It's so weird.
The animation was incredible.
Like the textures, especially in the first movie, were more plain.
Yeah.
Smooth. They were really smooth and kind of weird. But I don't know. I loved it personally. I thought Incredibles 2 was just as good as the first one.
Better?
Not better.
Not better?
Equal.
Equal.
I'd say because the main reason why they're very similar movies
They
in a
are
lot of
very
ways.
similar.
They are different, I think,
Yeah.
but in a lot of ways they're similar. Like a lot of callbacks, a lot of because the movie only takes place like
Literally after it.
straight after it, and then over the course of like a week.
Yeah.
It's not like there's huge changes. It's not like they're older or anything. They changed some of the voice actors. Like Flash not Flash. Why do they call him Flash? Dash.
He's a different
Dash
guy,
is a different
obviously.
kid.
I think everyone else is the same.
Everyone else should be the same. Obviously, Jack was a big part of this movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't
was
a big
great.
part of the first one, but here he was awesome. Yeah.
Did they not see him turning into the monster at the end of the first one?
No,
I
it was.
didn't see that.
I know what happened. Syndrome had him in the air. Like
Yeah.
they like kidnapped him, and he was flying up, and then Jack started turning into the monster and stuff, and freaked out Syndrome. And then he got caught in that jet engine, and he blew up, and the baby just flew down.
Oh.
And they caught her. They caught Jack. That was it. I think the villain in this movie was obviously not as good as
terrible.
Syndrome was never amazing.
Syndrome was great.
He
You
was
had the
alright.
charm.
This villain was.
This villain was
Should we
just
spoil
mad.
it?
Yeah, just spoil it.
Alright, spoilers for Incredibles 2, you nerds. The villain was DevTech's lead sister. I have no idea her name.
I thought it was gonna be both of them.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
glad they
because
did that.
he's like actually enthusiastic. Because I thought about that too. Remember he's like singing. He's like here comes Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
Like something like that crap. He's like singing their theme tunes. But I'm glad he wasn't a bad guy because he seemed like nice.
And he was played by Bob Odenkirk, and
Bob
it was
Odenkirk.
very charming.
I've never watched. Well, I've watched like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad.
God damn it.
So his sister was the evil one who was so obvious from the very beginning that she was going to be evil.
It was so painfully obvious.
The biggest kind of giveaway was at almost when they were first introduced, and they talk about how the dad gets killed by the robbers,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, because the supers were illegal, he couldn't like call them or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, but then she chimes in and goes, yeah, but if only they went to the safe room, they wouldn't have died. Instead of I'm like, oh, she's evil.
Yeah.
It's so easy. So then, I don't know. She pretends to be this bad guy called Screensaver. Slaver. Sorry.
It's a play on words.
And she possesses people with like hypnosis or something. She becomes friends with Elastigirl, but tricks her.
Yeah.
Elastigirl kind of finds out through
Because she basically just admits it to her. She probably could have gotten out of that situation very easily.
So I don't know. It was good. That was great. It was so.
I think it came out about 6 years too late.
6 years.
Because we're in a world where we've seen the Avengers and everything.
But
so
it's
it's
good.
like we have so much superhero movies
good,
to
though.
compare it to now that we
Yeah,
didn't
but
have in
it was made for
2004.
kids as well.
Yeah, it was
Like, it's made for kids.
It is a kids movie as well.
Yeah,
So you gotta cut it some slack there.
Everyone was kind of top of their shape. Like all the characters, it just felt so nice coming back to those people because you feel like when you finish Incredibles 1, it does leave off and like, oh, here's the Underminer, here's the sequel.
Yeah.
And it's just you're right. It took way too long for him to make it, but was it worth the wait? Do you think?
No.
No?
God no.
I thought it was. I was just so hyped. I've been dreaming. I was dreaming about it for years.
Yeah.
Like since I was a kid, I was like, oh.
I was like, God, I want it. And then recently I was like, do I want it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw it and I was like,
Fair enough.
I don't regret paying a tenner for it.
Yeah.
You know, it was worth a €10. It'll win an Oscar in November or February or whatever.
For best animated movie.
Obviously. Are Pixar releasing anything else?
Disney soon. Next year
This
they
year,
released
like-
Toy Story 4.
Yeah, but this year.
This
Is
year
there
they
anything
released
left
Coco.
that could win an Oscar?
This year was Coco and
No, last year was Coco.
oh, was it?
Yeah.
What did I
It
see?
won the Oscar.
I
Coco
feel like
won
I
the
saw it
Oscar.
in the movie cinemas really like.
It came out in Ireland in January.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
We get them all late. We got them all so late.
Yeah, even like Finding Dory. was
Coco's coming out in Japan in August.
Yeah,
And it's called Remember Me over there.
Well, that's a song in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like they sing about like remember.
Yeah, I
me.
know it's a song in the
It's
movie.
good.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, the song also won an Oscar.
Oh, it did, yeah.
So like, thank God they beat Boss Baby at the Oscars, you know.
I'm very surprised.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin's just his performance. He should have got Best Actor for Boss Baby. Honestly.
So is there no other Disney animated features this year? I think there was like a Jack and the Beanstalk movie or something, but it was cancelled.
Oh, that was.
That one.
Was that that wasn't Pixar. That was just Disney
I think it was just
Animation
Disney.
Studios.
Yeah.
I can look it up now, if you want to fill time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Incredibles 2 I thought was excellent.
I thought it was perfectly fine.
It was very similar to the first movie, but I was okay with that. It's kind of the same thing with like Force Awakens.
Yeah. Force Awakens is just a New Hope.
Where Force Awakens was a New Hope, but since it was so far away from that movie, they could kind of get away with just like
copying it,
like because it was kind of nostalgia.
It was so safe, and it was fine.
And that's kind of what I think of Incredibles 2, but I still love Incredibles so much. This movie is more the same. Yeah. And because of that by default makes it way better. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen Solo, but I'd say...
You haven't seen Solo?
No, I still haven't seen it. I'd say The Force Awakens...
you and a lot of people haven't seen Solo.
50 million loss. But I'd say The Force Awakens is the only Star Wars movie that is objectively a good movie.
Objectively?
In an objective sense.
Rogue One. I haven't seen Rogue One either.
I haven't seen Rogue One. It's bad.
You haven't seen it?
I have seen it.
It's not bad.
It's bad.
It's the best Star Wars movie since the original trilogy.
And the original trilogy does not hold up and is not objectively a good trilogy of movies.
I don't want to fight you over
If you don't have nostalgia for it, you're not going to enjoy it.
I'm actually going to fight you, honestly.
What can I say? My favourite movie is The Mummy.
You want to say that again? You want to say it a little louder that you love Brendan Fraser?
I fucking love Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. It is my Star Wars and I have a shit ton of nostalgia for it.
You're sad.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming out in November. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Not a chance it'll beat Incredibles at the Oscars.
So here's a list of 2018 Disney movies.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, we don't get that till August.
We don't get... That's so bad. I heard it's good too.
The Nutcracker
and the Nutcracker and this.
Is that a live action?
So the Christmas classic story of a young girl named Clara who receives a Nutcracker doll from her godfather on Christmas Eve. When she goes to check on it later that night, the clock strikes midnight, and she finds herself thrust into a fantastical world where she is in the middle of a war between gingerbread soldiers and an army of mice.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
You do you.
That's obviously like a live action...
Yeah, I'd say it's a live action.
That's weird.
Gigantic.
Oh, this is wrong.
March 2018.
This is wrong.
Set in Spain in the exploration, Gigantic follows adventurer Jack as he discovers a giant world hidden in the clouds. A grand plan with Inma, a 60-foot-tall 11-year-old girl, and agrees to help her find her way home. But he doesn't account for her supersized personality, and who knew giants were so down to earth? From the director of Tangled? What? That would have been good.
Well, it's cancelled now.
Well,
it
whatever.
Doesn't exist.
Who cares? Realistically.
Interesting though. March 9th?
Yeah, it's meant to come out.
So, I wonder how far along they were in that movie, actually.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. A Wrinkle in Time.
This already came out.
Bow. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the short film.
That was
great.
About that? That was better than The Incredibles 2.
Okay, so Incredibles 2 had a short film. No, it wasn't any better.
It was better.
Every Disney movie has like this short film before.
Yeah.
I guess even
forgot, I haven't seen one in cinema since Toy Story 3, probably.
Pixar. It's usually Pixar movies, but some Disney now make their own shorts as well.
Yeah.
But Pixar had a short called Bao, which is about this
dumpling.
This Chinese woman.
Yeah, and she made a sentient
was
dumpling.
lonely, kind of.
Yeah.
Or no, she wasn't lonely, but she kind of had like a kind of mediocre, boring
husband
life.
Didn't say anything after breakfast, just left.
Yeah, and then she makes these dumplings.
And she takes a bite and then
screams. That was so weird. So the dumpling screams. It turns out the dumpling is alive. It's a baby.
Yeah.
And she raises it.
And then it grows to hate her.
It grows to hate her.
And she eats it.
Yeah.
Because it brings.
It grows up to what? Like it grows up to what? Like 20 years old.
I'm gonna assume it has a beard.
And then the dumpling's mean to its mum. Starts being like a moody teenager, all that crap.
But he doesn't grow out of that phase.
Doesn't grow out of that phase. He gets married without her knowing.
Yeah, to a white girl.
And he tries to leave, but then they have this like tug of war, and then she fucking eats it. And we were just like freaking out.
It was just fucked up.
It was so weird.
I thought it was gonna end there.
But the twist was at the end, she never actually had a dumpling kid. The dumpling actually was a real human boy.
Yeah.
And I guess
so
she came up with this whole dumpling thing because she missed her young kid.
And what's the eating part meant to imply? Did she just kick him out or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that kind of crap. Also on those list is
Big Hero 6
sequel.
Doesn't have a poster, but it came out in 2018.
Well, there's no way that's coming out this year.
No.
This is like an old list. Night on a Bald Man. I don't care. Oliver.
Wait, does that say Fantasia?
The Night on a Bald Mountain. I don't care.
Oliver Twist.
Prince Charming.
Is another Oliver
Twist
Twist
movie?
movie?
Are coming out.
None of these.
Sister Act remake. Plot details of the remake were being kept under wraps, but the original centered on But the original centered on a Reno Lounge singer Goldberg who goes into protective. We
don't need to remake Sister Act. Don't do it. Snow White.
Can I have Whoopi Goldberg as as a cameo?
Yeah.
Snow White. Yeah, that's actually happening
this year though.
No, Probably
don't
not.
think it's
The
even
Director and the Jedi. An intimate documentary. Oh no.
Oh, that's on the Blu-rays.
This
yeah.
came out, yeah.
I've heard it's really pretentious.
An intimate documentary delving into Rian Johnson's process as he comes in as a director new to the Star Wars universe.
Wow.
And he directs the worst Star Wars movie in 10 years.
Yeah.
More, right? Episode 3 is better.
Yeah, when was Attack of the Clones? 2002?
Episode 3 was 2005.
Yeah.
So the worst one since Attack of the Clones. Which is, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
Sad. The Sword and the Stone, that's actually happening. Tink.
Is that
Oh
it?
no.
Oh, I remember them talking about that.
But guess what?
Is it happening?
That studio got closed down.
The Tink one?
The Planes studio. The studio who made the car spin-off Planes. I don't know if this is...
You know there's a Planes 2? It was direct to DVD. It
yeah,
exists.
It's called Planes 2 Fire and Rescue.
It is.
It's not actually direct to DVD.
Oh,
It was originally going to be. Then it became a full theatrical
I
release.
never saw a single movie poster for it.
Hello. Sorry, our laptop fucking died while we were talking about planes, and then... Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, we didn't lose the file somehow.
We were very lucky. Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
That wasn't bad. So, we'll just wrap up the podcast. We'll say Incredibles 2, good or bad? Good.
Good.
At the very
Go
least,
see it.
Go
Worth
see
the
it.
price.
Worth the price. Jack was funny.
The bit with the nose and the water was...
And the raccoon thing.
The raccoon thing was good.
The Frozone was always good.
Screenslaver was not...
Well, I don't think the bad guy was like
It
terrible.
wasn't terrible. It was good in
It was
concept.
just, I think it was just predictive.
Yeah,
Or,
it was
not so
predictable.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Predictive. Whatever. Well, thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, maybe iTunes. We'll have to apply for that.
Even a Spotify.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus,
No, Spotify's even worse to get on.
Not Spotify.
Mate, will be if you know
In
if the moon's like once in a blue, once the fucking planets align, and then the Spotify headquarters is like, oh, maybe.
Ooh. Once they hear about us.
That's yeah. So thanks for watching. This is our first episode. It was probably a load of rubbish.
Yep.
But we'll do our best, and maybe we'll actually have a schedule and do all whatever. Bye.
Bye.